Once again, this is giving us an outline. I don't care about it at all. I'm going to go right to the question. What do they want from us? That's what I'm going to give them. The student wants to describe the distinctive style of Hauser's sculptures. Distinctive style. Okay, so I don't know what Hauser's sculptures look like. I don't know. Probably the bullet points say that, but I don't care. I'm going to learn it as I read these sentences and see if they just talk about that distinctive style. A sculptor, illustrator, and painter, Hauser developed a distinctive style for portraying Native American figures. Okay. Well, it certainly mentions that, but does it actually describe the distinctive style, right? So turn that question into a better question. What is the distinctive style? Can you answer that by reading sentence A? I can't, so that doesn't seem good. So maybe I'll leave this because it does have that mention, but it feels like it's missing something. It's not taking that extra step and actually telling us what that distinctive style is. So B, Hauser sculptures employ abstract, modernist forms to depict Native American figures. So it talks about the sculptures, and I guess that's a style. Employ abstract, modernist forms. That sounds like what he does. So that seems better. But notice, if we're thinking about trap answers, A is a bigger trap because it uses that kind of what I call a copy-paste trap. It uses the exact words from the question, and it knows that we're going to be attracted to that they just copied the words from the question, they pasted them into the answer choice. But they've fallen short of what the actual question was asking. They're not describing the style. Whereas if I ask the question, what is his style? Well, he uses abstract modernist forms. I don't know what that means, but at least I can answer the question using that sentence. So B is the better choice here, because it's actually answering the thing that the question wants from us. So we just gotta be careful. This is very sneaky. Let's look at C and D though. Many other artists have been influenced by the style of Hauser sculptors. Again, what is that style? I don't know. And we were not asked to bring in other sculptors, so I don't care. D, the sculpture Sacred Rain Arrow is a well-known example of Hauser's style. Again, what is that style? It doesn't say. So A is tricky, but B is definitely the answer here. It doesn't say the word style, I guess, but it's clearly giving us his style. It's describing what it is, and that was our task, right? To describe it. So notice how I use that strategy of kind of turning the question that the SAT gives us into a better question that's more straightforward and easier to ask. And then we can kind of say whether or not the answer choices are answering that particular question. I do that exact same thing many times on the passage-based questions as well, because a lot of times what's confusing is understanding what the main thing that they're asking for is. So if we can put that in better terms, we are much more able to kind of sort through the answer choices and find the thing that actually gives the SAT what it's asking for. This is a harder outline question, but I will say this is about as hard as they get. And this is the last question, so hopefully you've saved time for it to give it a couple seconds, a couple minutes maybe, to actually get it right, because I think this is easier than a lot of the stuff that comes before it. You really want to make sure you save time for these outline questions at the end of each reading module.